الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. All praise is due to Allah. May Allah's peace and blessings be on His last Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and on all those who follow the path of righteousness until the last day. The topic about which I will speak this afternoon is that of the purpose of creation. The question which faces every human being at some point in his or her lifetime. A question which they may have answers for. Answers may be clear or the answers may be vague. But at any rate, the question faces each and every human being. Why was I created? This is a question which has been placed before human beings throughout history. If we look into the books of philosophy, we can find philosophers offering answers to this question. Of course, because what philosophers are in fact giving as answers are their own opinions based on the personal concepts that they have derived or deduced. The answers vary from philosopher to philosopher. Each answer may sound very convincing, may sound quite reasonable, but it varies from philosopher to philosopher. The question, of course, is a critical question, because if we are not able to determine the purpose for creation, then it is likely that we will have gone through our lives on this earth without any real purpose, or without fulfilling what that purpose is. Therefore, our lives would have been wasted, pointless. So, it is critical that we know what in fact is the purpose. Those philosophers who say there is no purpose, which is basically the philosophy of modern technology, modern society today, holds that there is no purpose, based on the philosophy that human beings are descendants of animals. Our great ancestors were monkeys. And as we don't find today monkeys sitting around pondering what is the purpose of creation, pondering about God, about existence, modern society holds that it is nonsense for us to be pondering this question. In fact, there is no God. We are here according to the laws of evolution. Lifeless matter, at some point in history, accidentally started to form the basic building blocks of life. From there, a cell emerged. And the cell evolved into one of the lowly creatures, one-celled animals, like the amoeba. And from there, into more complex animals. First of the sea, then eventually of the land, and eventually producing man. So if this is the reality, there is no God to create us, then there can be no purpose to creation. It's all an accident. This is modern philosophy. We are here by accident. Therefore, what is most important is to make the best of it. We're here for a period of time, and you should maximize, because this is all that there is. If you are to be happy, it better be now. So modern society focuses on ways of making the individual happy. This is the most important thing. The pursuit of happiness. All of our efforts are focused on achieving happiness in this world now. That is all that is important. And of course, it means then, because we have not understood there to be any purpose to life, that if happiness is to be achieved, it must be, being the most important thing, achievable by any means. By any means necessary, we strive for happiness. It could involve hurting others, as it often does. Whole societies are ruined, are destroyed, in order to achieve that personal happiness. The society which produces atomic bombs, instead of producing it, the splitting of the atom for the use of development of energy to better the society, it's used to kill other human beings. If we can kill enough of them, then there is more to go around for us. We don't have to share it with anybody else. Population control is very important. Important mostly to the Western nations and societies, where one American eats the equivalent over the space of a year, over a month, over a week, he eats the equivalent of 25 Filipinos in his normal course of life, or Bangladeshi, or Kenyan. Consuming this amount. To ensure that he continues to consume this amount, he must make sure that the rest don't encroach on the amount that he has. The more of the mouths that appear, the more they want to take and beg from him, etc., etc. He doesn't want to share. So he says, everybody else, lower your population. Because that Western individual is consuming the wealth of those populations. The wealth of America is built on the poverty of Philippines, of Bangladesh, of Kenya, etc. Because wealth doesn't come from nowhere. To accumulate that wealth means that some people have to be deprived of the wealth. So this is that philosophy. It is about individual happiness. In this life, this is all there is. So the society reflects that philosophy. Some religions propose answers for it also. If Christians are asked, what is the purpose of creation? Why are we here? They may give some answers to worship God, etc.